I will never forgive my generation for ruining club culture.
Okay. Now, I will say, I was in clubs underage. And when you are older, you realize how not good that is. As a kid, it's the goal. That said, I am part of the last generation that technically we had technology. We had cell phones. But that blurry ass photo could have been you or 80,000 other people nearby you. Problem is, you guys go to the club and you turn on your HD cameras. You feel the need to document every moment. There is a reason only trusted photographers were allowed into Studio 57? 56? Studio 56, right? I wasn't there and I can't even remember. Part of what is amazing about a club is it was dark and you were sweaty, and if the DJ was doing his job, you walked in and they got you in the mood and then they kind of let you have a little break, and then it was just working up to this end of the night crescendo. You were sweaty. You were ugly. You were possibly drunk or possibly under the influence. You were hugging total strangers. You made friends and soulmates on the dance floor. You never saw them again, but my god, were bonds formed. There is a reason clubs are not well lit. There is a reason there are very few fucking photos throughout history of clubs and raves. You guys now go to the concerts and you stand there flat-footed, barely even moving, filming. Get the magic fingers through your mattress, stay at home and just watch YouTube. Part of it is we as a culture went from being in the moment to filming the moment. And in that moment, we killed concerts, we killed clubs, we killed so many activities because you're not there. There is this magical moment where the club is so loud and the bass kicks in and you feel it hit your breastbone and you feel it in your soul and you dance like a dork, but it's what calls to you from your soul. You didn't walk out of a club ever going like, oh my god, they saw me. You walked out of every club experience with, this was the best night of our lives. I mean, clearly we're going back next weekend to do the same thing, but this was the best night of our lives. Hands down. We spent hours getting ready. We made sure we knew the song. Everybody was working hard to know a bouncer, a DJ, a somebody at the door to get on a list, to get on the VIP. We also had like girl squad rules, like who was the spotter, who was the fisher, who had eyes on who. Teresa was going to try to wander, so who was physically... You made Teresa wear a belt to the club because one of you physically had your hand in her belt. And nothing tastes as good as diner food after a night at the club. You stink like club. You are basically dehydrated. You have sweat out an entire... Oh, you guys in your spin classes? Nay, nay. We got all that done on the dance floor while wearing head-to-toe sequins. Your feet bled sometimes because your shoes were so pointy and tight, and you didn't care. You walked like a grandma the next day. You would occasionally find stickers or weird stamps on your hand from clubs that you swore you didn't go into, but also you didn't wash your hand until school on Monday so people could see that you had done the thing. Just subtly, you walked around school all day Monday doing... What did you do on Saturday? You wanted people to know where you had been. You were safe in the knowledge that even if there was a photo of you, it was blurry because the humidity inside the club was close to 98%. The music will forever live in our souls. The experiences were outstanding, but we were in the moment. And the newer generations only know how to film the moment. Until you guys can go places without your phones, until you can experience something without documenting it, no hashtags, no pin drops, nothing but the memories that may reside in your head or randomly 10 years later. I hooked up with that guy? There are occasionally people who will pass me in the street in New York City and I'm like, I don't know you, but I feel like I know you. And somehow you just write that off. And what's even better is when you were in a club in Lower Manhattan in the meatpacking, and then like weeks later, you were up in the boogie and you saw the same damn person, you were like, oh! If you weren't risking every kind of tetanus possible in rusted out warehouses, if you weren't getting a text with just a random address, you didn't have to spend like 45 minutes trying to convince a cabbie to bring you out there. We knew how to be cool walking into these places because we didn't want people in the neighborhood to know. Well, I mean, until the really loud music and the flashing lights started, and then like we knew how to keep it on the down low. We looked at all the exit points when we got in, so we knew which way to run if the cops came, which would never happen because we would never go to illegal warehouse parties. Ever. We would even try to find a chesty friend because some women with their chest managed to have like a purse and a half. You wanted a chesty friend in the club because then you didn't have to hold your own wallet for the night. The excitement. If the DJ was promoting something like Red Bull and they threw a Red Bull t-shirt out into the crowd, guaranteed social security for life wouldn't give the same excitement as a cheap-ass free t-shirt being thrown into the crowd. You guys couldn't even handle that level of joy. It's 2 a.m. Every part of your body just wants to go to bed, but also no part of you can go to sleep. And now they're offering you free shit?